My favorite color, yellow.
Viola Delgado spends most of her time painting. Something that she constantly includes in her pieces are women dressed with shawls and skirts.
People would ask me, "Oh, was that when you would go to Mexico?" And I'd go, "No." And I started thinking, well, this is kind of embarrassing. Where are these women coming from?
Viola paints directly from her imagination, and for a long time she wasn't sure where she got the inspiration to paint the woman.
One day, I realized that there was a lady who lived next door to us that used to help my mother sometimes, and her name was Chintita. And Chintita wore the long skirts like this, and she always had a shawl on. Didn't matter if it was the summer or if it was the winter, she always had a little shawl on, y una trencita or un little bun. And it hit me that that was her. And I'd been painting her all this time and couldn't think of that. Yeah, and I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, she apparently left a big impact on me.
Viola's paintings include a lot of her upbringing in South Texas. She was born in the town of Sinton but moved to North Texas with her parents and siblings when she was a teenager.
We walked everywhere. Our extended family all lived there. So I miss that. When we moved up here, we were very isolated because we didn't have anybody else here.
Viola is of Mexican descent, but her family never migrated. The Delgados were one of the first families to be registered in the Republic of Texas after separating from Mexico and before it became part of the United States.
I always say, I didn't cross, my family did not cross any borders. The borders crossed us.
Her mom encouraged her artistic side.
She would make me coloring books out of paper sacks, and so she'd have these little pages for me to color. And so I always think she was my first teacher, my art teacher, because she made these for me.
But Viola didn't see art as a career until her 30s, when she decided to leave her job as a social worker for the Dallas Independent School District.
When I left the school district and I left a job that was secure, I thought, oh, my parents are just going to have a fit. My father said, is this really what you want to do? Because you're not going to have any money.
She enrolled in art classes at El Centro College in Dallas and later moved to Alexandria, Virginia to study printmaking at the Art League. She moved back to Dallas and became a full-time artist. She got recognition and began getting commissions to do public art. The first was at DFW Airport right after her dad passed away.
I get a phone call saying that I had actually gotten the project, and I thought, what am I going to do? I can't tell my dad. I can't, and then I thought, I bet he had a hand in this, because what a coincidence. He dies and all of a sudden I get this project, right? He probably, when he got to the pearly gates, he said, hey, by the way, my daughter really needs this project.
More public art commissions followed, like the ones at the Lake Yune and Rolette Dart stations and the one at the Latino Cultural Center. Viola likes her pieces to be colorful, and she has her woman looking at the horizon as a sign of hope and that there is something better on the other side.
What I can leave behind are these art pieces, whether they're in people's homes or whether they're in public spaces. They're an extension of me, which is, those are my children, basically.